Hey everybody! Welcome to AZ Languages. Today we're just going to talk English. That's the idea for this episode. Nothing too strict, nothing too perfectly organized. Just a natural speaking practice session where you can listen, follow along, and get used to how English sounds in real life when someone is just talking freely. And I'll be honest with you from the start, I didn't sit down today with one clear topic in mind. I had a few ideas, a few notes, and I thought, why not just turn that into a listening practice episode? Sometimes that's actually the best kind of practice, because real conversations aren't always perfectly structured either. People jump from one idea to another. They add small stories. They pause. They correct themselves. And that's exactly what I want you to get used to. So if you're here to improve your English listening, you can just relax and follow along. Don't worry if you don't understand every single word. Just try to catch the general meaning, the rhythm, and the way the sentences flow. Before we go further, let me quickly say this. If this is your first time here, welcome to AZ Languages. This channel is designed for English learners who want to improve their listening skills through natural, spoken English. I speak clearly, I try to go at a comfortable speed, and I repeat ideas in different ways so your brain gets more chances to understand. All right, let's get into it. So first of all, I want to talk a little bit about how I usually prepare these videos, because sometimes people think I sit down and write a full script word for word, but that's not really the case. Most of the time, I just write down a few bullet points, very simple ideas like talk about updates, or mention something personal, or share a small reflection, and then I just start speaking. Of course, I do have some structure in my mind, but I don't read from a full script. And I think that's actually important for this type of content, because it makes the language feel more natural. It's closer to how people actually speak in real life. Now, let me tell you something random. Today, I was thinking about how strange it is that we sometimes feel pressure to always have something important to say. Like every video, every conversation, every message has to be meaningful or deep or perfect. But in reality, a lot of communication is just normal life. Small updates, small thoughts, little moments from the day, and that's completely fine. For example, earlier today, I was just looking at my notes and thinking, okay, what do I even talk about? And then I realized maybe that's the topic itself, just talking without overthinking it. Because that's actually a skill in English too, being able to speak without preparing everything in advance, being able to express yourself even when your thoughts are not perfectly organized. And I know a lot of learners struggle with this. They feel like if I don't prepare, I can't speak. But the truth is, you improve a lot when you practice this kind of free speaking, even if it feels a bit messy at first. Sometimes learners spend several minutes trying to create the perfect sentence in their heads before they speak. By the time they finally decide what to say, the conversation has already moved on. Real communication often happens much faster than that. Native speakers do not always speak perfectly. They pause, they repeat themselves, they change direction in the middle of a sentence, they search for words, they sometimes forget what they wanted to say. These things are completely normal. So if you ever find yourself making small mistakes while speaking English, remember that communication is more important than perfection. Now, let me switch to something a bit more personal. Recently, I've been changing a few small things in my routine. Nothing dramatic, just small adjustments in how I organize my day and how I manage my time. And I noticed something interesting. When my routine is too rigid, I actually become less creative. But when I leave a little space for flexibility, like today, where I just decide to talk freely, I feel more natural and more expressive. And I think language learning is similar. If everything is too controlled, too structured, you might understand grammar very well, but speaking becomes harder. On the other hand, if you practice more freely, even if you make mistakes, your speaking becomes more fluid. So maybe the balance is important. Structure on one side, freedom on the other. Speaking of routines, I wonder how many of you listen to English at the same time every day. Maybe you listen while drinking your morning coffee. Maybe you listen on your way to work. Maybe you listen while exercising or walking outside. One thing I've learned is that connecting a habit to an existing activity makes it easier to maintain. If listening practice becomes part of your normal routine, you don't have to rely on motivation every day. Now, let's talk about something else that came to my mind. I was thinking about how people consume content nowadays. Short videos, fast clips, quick information everywhere. And sometimes I wonder if that affects attention span when it comes to listening in another language. Because English listening, especially at natural speed, requires patience. You have to stay with the speaker, even if you don't understand every word immediately. You have to let your brain adjust. But if you're used to very fast content where everything is summarized in 5 seconds, then longer listening can feel difficult at first. Still, the good news is your brain adapts. The more you listen, the easier it becomes. It's like training a muscle. Think about going to the gym for the first time. The exercises feel difficult. You get tired quickly. But after a few weeks of consistent practice, your body adapts. Listening works in a very similar way. At first, natural English may feel overwhelming. After enough exposure, it begins to feel familiar. And this is why I always recommend consistent listening practice, not just once in a while, but regularly. Even short sessions can help as long as you do them often. Now, let me change direction a little bit again. I also want to talk about something simple: mistakes. A lot of learners are afraid of making mistakes when speaking English. They think mistakes are a problem, but actually, mistakes are part of the process. They show you where your gaps are. If you never make mistakes, it usually means you're staying too safe. You're only using the language you already know. But when you try new sentences, new ideas, new expressions, you naturally make mistakes, and that's where improvement happens. It's a bit like exploring a new city. If you only stay in the same street, you know it very well, but you don't discover anything new. But if you explore further, you might get lost sometimes, and that's how you find new places. Language learning is very similar. And speaking of learning, one thing that often surprises people is how long progress can take. We live in a world where many things happen instantly. You click a button and get a result immediately. But language learning is different. Progress often feels invisible at first. You listen today, tomorrow, next week, and it seems like nothing is changing. Then suddenly, one day you watch a video or listen to a podcast and realize you understand much more than before. Those improvements were happening the whole time. They were just difficult to notice day by day. Now, I want to share a small thought about motivation. Motivation is not always stable. Some days you feel very motivated, other days not so much, and that's normal. I think a better approach is not to depend too much on motivation, but to build small habits. Even something simple like listening to English for 10 minutes a day can make a big difference over time, because the progress comes from consistency, not from perfect effort. And sometimes, even when you don't feel like studying, just listening passively can still help. Your brain is still getting exposure, so don't underestimate small actions. Another thing I've noticed is that people often underestimate how much they already know. They focus on the words they missed instead of the words they understood. Imagine listening to a 5-minute audio and understanding 80% of it. Many learners walk away thinking about the missing 20%, but the reality is that understanding 80% is already very good progress. Try celebrating the things you understand rather than only focusing on what you don't understand yet. All right, let me add another random thought here. I think it's interesting how we often learn better when we are slightly relaxed. Not stressed, not pressured, just relaxed and focused. That's when information tends to stick better. So when you listen to English, you don't need to force yourself to understand everything. Just let it flow. If you miss something, it's okay. Keep going. You'll understand more next time. And that brings me to another point. Repetition is powerful. When you listen to similar content multiple times, your brain starts recognizing patterns. Words that were unclear before suddenly become clear. Expressions start making sense naturally. So if you find content you like, don't just watch it once, come back to it. Listen again after a few days. You'll be surprised how much more you understand. In fact, some of my favorite learning experiences came from revisiting things. The second time was easier than the first. The third time was easier than the second. Eventually, what once seemed difficult became completely understandable. That process is very normal. Before we finish, I want to talk briefly about curiosity. Curiosity is one of the most powerful tools for learning a language. When you're curious about a topic, you naturally pay more attention. You want to understand. You want to know what comes next. That's why I often recommend listening to content that genuinely interests you. Maybe it's technology, travel, history, sports, books, movies, or personal development. The topic itself doesn't matter as much as your interest in it. When you're interested, learning feels less like studying and more like discovering something new. Now, before we finish, let me just say something about this format. I kind of enjoy these more open episodes because it feels closer to real speech. There's no strict structure, no heavy planning, just ideas flowing naturally from one to another. And maybe this is also good practice for you. Because in real life, conversations are not organized like textbooks. They move, they shift, they evolve. People start talking about one thing and somehow end up discussing something completely different 10 minutes later. So if you can follow this kind of speech, you'll find real conversations much easier. All right, I think I'll stop here for today. Just remember, the goal is not perfection. The goal is progress. Even small improvements in listening and understanding will build up over time. Keep showing up, keep listening, keep exposing yourself to English regularly. Trust the process, even when progress feels slow. Every sentence you hear is helping your brain become more familiar with the language. Every listening session is another step forward. Thank you for spending this time with me and for listening to this episode of AZ Languages. Keep practicing, keep learning, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one.